On this week's show, Liberty softball ends the regular season with a flourish, and we get to know the Lady Flames' unique weapon off the bench.
Plus, Liberty athletes show love to their moms for Mother's Day, and one Flame punches her ticket to the Summer Olympics. It all starts now. This is Flame Central. Hey there, and welcome to Flame Central. We may not be in our studios this week, but we are still bringing you the same great show, including a special tribute to moms for Mother's Day. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily, and he's Matt.
Yeah, we'll get to Mother's Day in just a moment, but first, seasons are winding down, conference championships are quickly approaching, and on the diamond, competition still heating up.
That's right. If you play for Dot Richardson, there are no days off. The Lady Flames secured the CUSA regular season title and the #1 seed in the conference championship, but coach isn't going to just let them sail into that tournament. No way. We're going to play number 10 LSU on the road. The Lady Tigers took the first 2 games of the series, so Liberty trying to avoid the sweep, and the Lady Flames got going early in this one. Second inning, Savannah Jesse, RBI double that drives in KK Madry to put the first run on the board. It's 1-0 LU. Third inning, Rachel Roop, Matt calls her the CUSA.
She should have been.
Yeah,
she got robbed.
Not get into that discussion now. It's a 2-run shot. I feel like I call that same highlight every single game this season. It gives Liberty a 3-0 lead. Lena Escobar in the circle gets out of a jam here with 2 runners on in the 5th. She carried a no-hitter into the 5th inning. Check out her Why Liberty story. Great outing from the transfer pitcher. LSU tallies a run in the 6th, but too little, too late. The Lady Flames stun number 10 LSU with a 3-1 final score.
Well, Liberty softball has a lot of talented players, but one in particular brings a unique skill and stat line to the team. Lilly Heidorn. In her career, she's played over 100 games and scored more than 50 runs, all without having one single at-bat. You see, Lilly is an elite base runner and a weapon that the Lady Flames unleash in the biggest moments of a ball game.
I want to be the fastest person at all times.
Now pinch running for Liberty, number 19, Lilly Heidorn.
Part of being on a team is being selfless.
A pinch runner, Lilly Heidorn will step in her college career. Never an at-bat.
My role on this team is to be a base runner.
We've seen Dot Richardson do this early and often in ball games. She loves to send Lilly Heidorn out there as a guaranteed run, it seems, when she comes into pinch run.
Lilly is a special weapon, you would say. You know, she's a special addition to the team because she's one of the first I look at to come into the game when it's on the line. And she knows it, she's ready for it.
Heidorn, with better speed at first base, has the possibility of giving Liberty a victory if she can come around to be the 5th run of the day.
When I'm getting ready to take my lead, I'm usually just watching the pitcher, reading her body language. When I leave the base, pretty much everything drowns out. I don't really hear anything but my footsteps, and I'm just going until my coach stops me. Part of being on a team is being selfless, and you know, sometimes the roles you don't always want to do, you have to commit to it. And I went through times where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to run, and you know, I want to be doing more. Everybody wants to be doing more. That is my specific role. I will do whatever I can to help the team.
When I look at the game and I look at the lineup, I take her role in consideration.
Lilly Heidorn on to run at first.
She just has that intuition of really being able to make it happen.
A gapper here, and Heidorn's getting a green light around third base. The pitch, ground ball, base hit center field. 1 run is in. Heidorn around third. She will score. The Lady Flames have stunned the Clemson Tigers in Lynchburg.
Part of being a team is each player has their own role. I was on base and I was able to score because somebody else put me on base. They got there so that I could pick them up. That's just a big part of being on a team is each of us have our small individual roles. We're all working together to be successful. Each one of us plays a pivotal role in that.
Well, after coming off a big Conference USA Series win against FIU over the weekend, Liberty baseball was back at it on Wednesday, and they would once again take on an ACC foe in the midweek as Virginia Tech paid a visit to Lynchburg. And Liberty's bats would welcome them in a big way. LU scored 12 runs in the first 4 innings, highlighted by an Aiden Sweat 3-run bomb. LU wins it 13-8. The Flames have now won 4 of their last 5 as they come down the back stretch of the regular season.
We now shift gears to a very special day, Mother's Day, which happens to be this Sunday. Moms are extraordinary. There's very few people, if any at all, who can make you feel like your mom makes you feel. For many of us, it's hard to express just how important and how special our moms truly are. So to put it into words, we asked a few Liberty student athletes to share what their moms mean to them.
My name is Ivy Garner, and my mom is Punky Garner. Her real name is Ramona, but she goes by Punky, and she is my best friend. Mother's Day is so important to me because I love to celebrate my mom any chance I can get.
My name is Gabriel McKay, and my mom is Miss Julie Ann McKay. Every day is Mother's Day in the McKay house. Don't get it twisted, but I think Mother's Day is just a day that we get to really show our thankfulness and express our gratitude for my mom.
Hi, my name is Daniela Marionil Garcia. I am from Puerto Rico, and my mom is literally the best woman in my life. She's always there for me. She calls me every single day and texts me at every single minute.
My name is Omari Lewis. I am a sprinter at Liberty, and I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. My mother's name, she is Lisa Lewis. I haven't seen my mom in like almost 279 days, and I just learned to, appreciate her more and more.
My name is Todd Hudson, and my mom is Rachel Hudson. Too many reasons to name why I'm thankful for her. She's just been everything for me. She's been my kind of rock and kind of who I can talk to when times get tough.
My name is Reagan Underwood, and my mom is Kim Underwood. Gosh, I would not be anywhere close to where I am today without her. She's just done literally everything for me and my siblings.
I am Abby Shaw, and my mom is Sandra Shaw. My mom's my biggest role model. I just look up to her, the woman she is, and just how she's led so much, like the wife she is to my father, just the mom she is to me and my little sister, and just how kind and amazing she is to everyone she meets.
I'm Quentin Reese. I play safety for Liberty. My mom is Paula Reese. My mom is very loving, understanding, sympathetic, but also very low tolerance for nonsense, which is a good balance for me because I need both.
My mom has been such a huge part of my sporting life and encouraged me to be athletic.
My mom has made so many sacrifices for me.
She's taken me to, I think, every single practice.
I think she gets more nervous before my races than I do.
She always shows up. I don't think she's missed a single game, single sporting event since I've been breathing on this earth.
I always want what's best for me. It's really just tried to put everything that she has into making me a better man and better person, better baseball player.
She's always been an example for me, whether that's on the court, off the court, in school, in life, in relationships.
I think that she has always reminded me that I am more than a conqueror through Christ. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. She says that almost every single time before me.
The biggest lesson my mom has taught me is that our joy should be dependent on the Lord and not in anything that happens in our life.
When we think about how Jesus served and how he came on this earth to serve instead of be served, I think my mom's a great example of that.
I wouldn't be the woman I am today. She's truly taught me so much just about myself and about my faith.
Using the Lord to direct your path.
To wake up every day with the goal of making a difference. She'd wake us up and say, today's a great day to make a difference.
Having a model like God-fearing woman just shows me an example of a woman that I should strive to have in my life or strive to be around.
Mom, thank you so much for being the most supportive mom in the entire world and just for being so incredible through everything that life throws at us. And above all, thank you for teaching me to love the Lord. Thank you, Mom, for being the best. I love you.
Te amo, mami. Feliz Día de Madre. Gracias por todo lo que haces por mí y nos veremos pronto.
No words can explain my feelings and love that I have for you, Mom. And just, I thank you for all the little things you've instilled in me, shown me, and just always you showing up. And that's rare in my life, and I just appreciate the consistency you've shown me.
I love you, Mom. I miss you. I cannot wait to see you soon. And just thank you for everything you've done for me. I literally just called you on the phone this morning. But I love you so much, and I appreciate you always.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Really appreciate all that you've done for me. Would not be here without you. Love you, Mom.
Mommy, I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to come home to see you. Happy Mother's Day. I hope that you have the best day ever. I can't wait to see you. See you soon.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you so much. Thank you for all the sacrifices you have made for me in my life. Thank you for always being there for me, always supporting me in my faith, always supporting me as a person. You really are the best, and I'm so grateful for you. I love you so much.
Mom, I love you so much. Happy Mother's Day. You are beautiful, gorgeous, and even more, you're pretty on the inside. Overall, you're the greatest person in the world, and I love you so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Matt, when I was interviewing these athletes, there's so much that didn't make this feature and for the sake of time, but I think editing this, I cried about 72 times. The emotions were really stirring.
That's about twice more than normal. Actually, no. Hey, you think about these Division I athletes and all it takes to get to this level.
Yeah.
Think about all their families and their mothers had to pour into them to reach this point. Practices, games, taking them all over the place. And now many of these athletes are so far from home, their moms are following their careers from afar. You can tell how much they mean to their kids.
So much sacrifice, more on that later in the show, but we step aside for now. But when we come back, one Flame is headed to the Olympics, and we take time for a little fishing.
Plus, Rhett McGibbon names his Athletes of the Week in Warm, Hot, and Fuego. That's when Flame Central returns.
Welcome to Liberty University's online programs, where living out your calling with integrity is what you train to do. And getting ready for the future doesn't mean missing out on the now. Because a university is more than buildings and books. And an education should set you free, not fence you in. Welcome to Liberty's global campus, where distance learning was pioneered and evolved into one of the top-ranked schools in the nation. Where protecting your budget, your time, and your education isn't just a theory, it's our priority. Here, degrees in your field reflect industry demands and help you get ahead of the competition. Where college comes to you, but you can come to college too. Game day, homecoming, graduation day. Your school, your values, your experience, your choice. Welcome to Liberty University, where we train champions for Christ.
At Liberty University, we understand life can be unpredictable, and when you need a resilient career, your education should withstand any test. So we've made sure the degree you need is within reach by freezing one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation for 8 years and counting, and giving scholarships, discounts, and credit for work you've already done. Because we're proud of what you do. We've done this for over 30 years, and we know how to help. We're here to help you.
Being a parent and helping your kids through school, it's not exactly easy. I mean, there's waking up at 5 a.m., the morning routine, helping with homework, sitting in traffic. You get it. What if there was a way you could get your kids a quality Christian education where they can work at any pace, any time, from anywhere? School that works for your schedule and frees your kids to keep doing what they love. Well, that's exactly what we do. LUOA, school that goes where you do.
Welcome back to Flame Central. On this show, we focus a lot on the success of Liberty athletics, or maybe former Flames who are now finding success at the professional level. But this next update is all about the world stage. Liberty's Reese Webster is going to the Olympics. She helped the Trinidad and Tobago's women's 4x100 relay squad punch its ticket to this summer's Paris Olympics, a childhood dream come true for the Lady Flame sprinter. At the World Athletics Relays in the Bahamas, Webster and her relay team clocked a 43.54 finish. That's good for second place in their heat. Congratulations to her on such an incredible accomplishment.
Yeah, big congrats to Reese. Well, we say all the time that Liberty Track and Field is the most successful program on campus that almost nobody talks about. Well, in this week's Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage, we were talking about it. And we asked first-year sprint coach Christian Dillard about what the future might hold for the Flames. you've been here just a year, already experienced some great success. As you look at it with relatively new eyes, what's the ceiling for a place like this?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. I think with the right group of people, with the right mentality, the sky is the limit, and Liberty is a place to where if you look around at the facilities, if you look at the type of kids that we bring in, the recruitability, there's no reason why we can't be at nationals every single year. And so I think the goal is to, again, worship and glorify God at the highest platform. I have no idea what that looks like. It's one of those things to where you steward your day to day and you pray that God is just gracious towards you as you struggle well. And when he takes us somewhere, he takes us somewhere.
You want to talk about a really interesting conversation with a really interesting guy? That's exactly what we had. If you want to hear our entire conversation with Coach KD, check out this week's Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage. Emily, normally Joe Yock, and myself release a new episode every Monday afternoon. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts, we are there. Or you can watch it on the Liberty Flames YouTube channel.
The podcast does not disappoint. Well, being nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains is one of the many blessings we have here at Liberty. And now that the weather is warming, it's even more of a reason to go outside and be one with nature. That's where you will find cross-country coach Isaac Winland and throwers coach Luke Johnson when they're out of the office, knee-deep in local streams, fly fishing.
There's an old saying that trout don't live in ugly places. They also don't live where the cell phone reception is a lot of times. And so you really get to get away from everything as you're fly fishing.
That's a nice morning though. I like the fog coming in.
Yeah, the reason I enjoy fly fishing so much is it's out in the nature. A little bit of hunting involved. You got to really read the stream. There's a lot of walking. It's not just standing and fishing, and I love the adventure of it.
This is where I always catch them too. It's just right here. See, it comes down here, and they sit on the edge of that deep water in that current, and they always hit it right there. Boom.
You know, when I first started fly fishing, good fly fishing opportunities for me were an hour and a half away in North Georgia in the mountains. You know, so to have something 30 minutes away, this is, you know, nothing.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Fly fishing takes a lot of focus. So, you know, you can't focus on the things at work, the things on the track. You have to be completely focused on fly fishing. So it kind of gives you an opportunity to get away and focus on something else and kind of give your mind a break.
When I heard Luke loved fly fishing and was big into it, I got super excited. Number one, it's an excuse to go out fly fishing. You know, you always need a buddy and, oh, hey babe, Luke wants to go fly fishing this weekend. It's such a good place of, yeah, just to connect. I mean, he catches a lot more fish than I do.
Oh, we got one. oh, shoot. This was good. He's acting like a smallmouth.
Is it smaller?
It's acting like one.
I got the net too.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, it is.
That's a decent one too, shoot.
I got you.
I got him. Yep. I'm a little rougher with the bass.
When you cast a line, you never know what's going to happen. You know, you kind of know the reeds and different things like that, and you think it could be a fishy spot.
Got one.
As soon as you set the hook on a fish, it's pure excitement and then pure nervousness. At the same time, you're really excited that you got this fish on the line, but then you're really nervous that you're gonna mess it up and lose it somehow. Kind of like when you see an athlete line up at the line. You know they're training, you know what they've done, but there's also this really sense of excitement that you don't know what's going to happen when that gun goes off. And fly fishing can have that sense a lot of the time.
I like watching people catch fish and I like catching fish, so as long as we're netting a few, I'm pretty happy.
Oh, this one's better, I think.
Got him.
We got a better one here.
Bet him. Yes, sir. Luke, good work.
I knew there was one in here.
You know the feeling of Christmas morning, right? It really excites you as you look forward to it as a kid. But as you get older, that kind of magic kind of fades away. You know, fishing's the one thing in my life where I don't feel like the magic has faded away. I still get equally as excited about it now at my age as I did when I was 9, 10 years old, right? So it's always held its magic for me, and I hope it continues to.
It's so simple. You know, like we get so caught up in cars and houses and all of these things, and you know, once you go out in the wilderness, you look at trees, you look at water, this stuff's been here, fish, it's been here forever. And that's a huge part of my personality, is trusting God and what he's given me. Trusting God and coaching, that he's given me the athletes that I need. And obviously I'm very driven to learn and to do more, but at the same time, there's a simplicity of it, of trusting God and what he has.
All right, here we go.
I mean, what other sport can you interact with wildlife, touch it, put it back, and maybe have the opportunity to come back and interact with it again? You know, there's nothing quite like it.
Man, that looked like a good time.
Yeah.
We may need to go out there and do a little fishing with those guys sometime.
It's hot enough right now. I could go for standing in a lake, you know,
They're
a little
fishing.
mist.
We're just floating
Yes,
by
get out
on
the
the
kids'
raft.
floaties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
down.
Hey, Rhett McGivens here. That means one thing. It's time for Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Top player moment from the past week here in Liberty Athletics. Rhett, what do we got this week?
All right, we're going to talk Desmond Coleman. This guy, you know, they talk about Liberty being a field hockey school, football school. I think it's a throwing school, man. This guy is absolutely a monster, like you said. 4-time CUSA Field Athlete of the Week so far this year. First career men's hammer, his second attempt at the hammer this year. He wins it in the Liberty Twilight, right? This is a guy, and then earlier in indoor, he's beating people by like 15 feet. He's a monster, and he's only a sophomore. When you look at him, I want to call it now. He's going to be competing for a national title at some point in his career. I really believe it. He's got that much raw ability.
He is an absolute monster. You see that guy walking across campus? Like, I don't know what he does, but I bet he dominates at it. He's that kind of dude. All right, from warm we go to hot. Who's up?
All right, it's going to be Rachel Roop. Rachel Roop this season, you know, she's first team All-CUSA, and it's just an amazing year by her. You know, you think about her throughout the course of the season, coming up in clutch moments, and I know that Coach Dot talks about her. She likes the fast, the heavy pitching, and sometimes she might, I don't want to say like, come down a little bit when she's playing in conference play because she likes playing those top tier opponents. But when the moment is clutch, you want Rachel Roop up there. You think about that New Mexico State series and they're down a couple runs multiple times in the game. She comes through with some big home runs, and that's what she did all season long. And so clutch time's coming up here. Conference tournament time, you know she's going to be the stellar player that she is for the Liberty Flames.
And let me just take a moment to say this. She did not win Conference USA Player of the Year. It went to a New Mexico State player. That was a pitcher and a hitter. You know how many top 25 teams New Mexico State played this year? How about zero?
Right.
Zero. So Rachel Roop, as you said, did her damage against the best of the best, playing top 25 opponents left and right. She got robbed. I'm going to say right here, she got robbed. She got robbed.
I think, too, she's not a pure power hitter by any means.
Right.
She had 16 jacks, almost 40 RBIs, and so I'm with you.
She led the conference in OPS as well. She was dominant.
Hashtag free Rachel Roop.
That's right. She got robbed. All right. Finally, Rhett in Fuego. Who's in Fuego this week?
All right, it's Todd Hudson. Now, you go back to this previous series against FIU, game 1, 3 RBI, and he was in a bit of a slump coming into this weekend series, so had a breakout game, which was great to see. You go to game 3, longest game of my life, all right? It was 3 hours and 45 minutes. You get into the late stages, and what I mean by that is, like, pitching was going awry for both sides. Todd Hudson came in the late stages and provided some stability for the Flames.
Absolutely.
Then he also brings in the game-winning RBI, right? So that was a big plus for them because FIU and Liberty, you know, right beside each other in the standings. Now, I'm going to say this. In order for Liberty to be successful when it comes to Conference USA tournament time, which is right around the corner, Todd Hudson's going to need to be great, you know, at the plate, but also on the mound as well for LU, just like he did this past weekend.
Absolutely. Huge series for him. Rhett, great job as always. We appreciate it. Hey, don't go anywhere. Still more to come on this edition of Flames Central.
So you're looking for a university that's perfect for you, a school that has anything you could possibly need.
Anything?
You want a place that has the programs you want to study, and maybe a few more, just in case you change your mind.
I think I'm going to sign up for the fashion design program.
All right. A place with state-of-the-art facilities. I mean, look at this campus.
And who doesn't love big-time sports?
And great recreational activities.
Okay, now we're on a roll. Somewhere you can hike, slide, strike, shoot, climb, eat, and most importantly, eat. You want a place that takes you to space? Okay, maybe not, but we can teach you how to fly, or pastor a church, or run a business. And all that with a great view? Yeah, I think I know a place.
Challenges, they're nothing new. At Liberty, we know they make you stronger, force you to learn, adapt, to overcome. When your next challenge comes, be ready. Meet it with a degree that propels you forward. We've helped champions like you succeed for 35 years and counting. And now, over 100,000 students are getting stronger every day. At Liberty University, challenges make champions. Let's overcome together.
Welcome back to the show. Sunday is Mother's Day, a special day where we get to take time to show love and appreciation for our moms and everything they've done for us.
We should celebrate our moms every single day instead of one specific day of the year because they sacrifice so much. So we wanted to take a moment to personally thank our moms. My mother, Beth, is my biggest role model. She is the most hardworking, selfless, caring woman who is beautiful inside and out. There is no way I would be where I am today without her love and support. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you.
And a big shout out to my mom, Mary. Not only is she a huge fan of the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage, also a great mom who raised myself and my siblings to love Jesus and love sports. You can't ask for much more than that. Happy Mother's Day to Mom. I should also throw out a quick Mother's Day shout out to my wife, who coincidentally is also the mother of my 4 children. So happy Mother's Day to Xana as well.
But your mom, Mary,
yes.
#1 Flame Central podcast fan. So if you want to compete with her, you should download and subscribe to it. It's some good stuff.
Absolutely. And visit libertyflamescentral.com for any stories that you might have missed. Thanks so much for joining us this week. For Emily, I'm Matt. We'll see you right back here next time.
William Byron wins it at Atlanta. Hugs that white line, drifts up and comes to the line.